Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is Shonda. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk about some things as you've seen in the title. I'm going to talk about Metaformin, my experience with Metaformin. Sorry, I pronounce that medicine, mispronounce it often. I don't know, maybe I got a lazy tongue or something, but I'm going to tell you about my experience with it. Also, we're going to talk about something that's personal, infertility, and I know that this is affecting more people than anybody could ever imagine. It's very difficult to talk about. A lot of people may have a hard time just talking about it because it takes you through a lot. It's a lot. It is a lot to accept that you're struggling to conceive when you see so many other people that naturally are conceiving, and it's just easy for them. So it's difficult, when you have someone you're with, when you're in love, you have a awesome husband and he'll make an amazing father, he's an amazing brother, amazing uncle, and that your husband will make an amazing father. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it and start talking about Metaformin with you guys. I'm gonna tell you my experience. I actually got prescribed Metaformin last year. I would say in the beginning of 2018. My doctor prescribed it to me because I just told her I just felt like it was hard for me to lose weight. And I know that, as you get older, it's going to be harder to lose weight anyway because you're a little older. You're not a young spring chicken anymore as you age. But I didn't think it would be so hard because I just felt like when I am dieting, when I am trying to lose weight, I'm not seeing too much of anything come off. So my doctor just pretty easily prescribed me Metaformin. It was just like, here you go. So didn't tell me too much about it, honestly. And that's where the problem started for me. So I took the medicine, started taking Metaformin, and first thing I noticed was I started feeling like I had like thousands of crushed pills in my mouth. I mean, I tasted that. It's kind of weird to explain, but it just tasted like it was 1,000 pills crushed on my tongue, and I didn't know what the heck was going on. So I was prescribed the medicine 3 times a day, to take it 3 times a day with meals. That's all I'm thinking, is take it 3 times a day. I know it was a little bit for like pre-diabetics, or I heard something about that and I'm like, diabetic? Like, I'm not a diabetic, I hope not. I know I haven't been the most healthiest person in the past, but I'm thinking like diabetes, but she said it was just to, I guess, regulate your blood sugar. And I'm just thinking to myself like, okay, maybe, your insulin levels. I'm thinking maybe something, internal with my body that that can help me. That's the first thing I'm thinking. Maybe this can help me, something, we can't see or, really understand, but I guess it's just within your body, a chemical process. So I'm saying, okay, I'm taking the medicine, the Metaformin. Excuse me, my sniffling. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's the summertime. I hope I'm not coming out with a cold or anything. But anyways, I'm taking the Metaformin, and that's what one of the side effects were. So I'm just doing my research, like just Googling, and I'm realizing that you're supposed to really be on a really darn good diet. It's to to lower your insulin levels in your blood, because when it's hard to lose weight, I guess your insulin levels are high, and the food that you're eating, you're supposed to avoid carbs. So I'm thinking like, I'm still just kind of educating myself, and I'm just like, I'm learning and I'm taking all this stuff in, and I'm realizing carbs is in just about 80% of the things that we eat. And that's not actual numbers, just something that a percentage that I'm coming up with. Okay, guys. So I'm thinking carbs is just about everything, in cereal, and some of our favorite side dishes, most of our favorite side dishes. So I'm thinking like, how can I, so I'm looking up better ways to eat, because I didn't like the medicine. It just made me tired. I know my hands were sweating, and I felt like, I wasn't dieting properly with it. The whole purpose of the medicine was to, lower your blood sugar levels and how am I lowering it if I'm still eating rice and pasta and stuff. So I had to educate myself. You really need to be on a diet, really need to be taking good care of yourself with Metaformin. So if the doctor did prescribe you the medicine, particularly for weight loss, really your goal is to learn more about dieting and exercise. And I know it's a lot of bloggers who are on, you know, what's going on now, all the studies up to date with that, you know, with the dieting and things of that nature right now. So I learned how to, you know, I had to pretty much cut out rice and pasta for the most part, at least when I'm taking the medicine. Now, you can follow the doctor's orders, or you can just say, you know what, I ate breakfast. For breakfast today, I had eggs and sausage, or eggs and bacon. There's no carbs in that meal. You know, there's no carbs in meat or eggs. So, you know, I'm going to take the Metaformin with this breakfast. But come lunch, you know, you might have some bread and, you know, some soup, and it might be more of a higher carb meal. And, you know, for me, I wouldn't take it, you know, if it's too high of a carb meal. If it's a low carb meal, I would take it. So just staying on a low carb diet while you're taking Metaformin. That's the main thing that I wanted to let you guys know, that I wish I would have known at first when the doctor prescribed me the medicine. You know, I wish I would have known that at first. So yeah, you want to make sure it's very, very, very important, because it's going to defeat the purpose, you know, if you don't diet and eat right and choose to make better, healthier eating choices. So the Metaformin, I'm going to talk about how it came into play in another situation in my life. So yeah, the beginning of last year is when I got prescribed the medicine. So later on in the year, I realized that I did want to conceive, you know, with my husband. I was in school, you know, at the time when I was prescribed the medicine and the Metaformin, and I was just not thinking about kids. But later on, throughout the beginning of 2018, I was like, I'm ready. You know, I graduated college. I'm ready to conceive. So I, you know, start trying, more focus on trying, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm saying, I think we have been, you know, you're married, you know, it wasn't the first thing on your mind, but you were like, oh yeah, what's going on by now? You know, if you're with your husband, you know, for like, I would say like about 1.5 years, 2 years, we weren't really trying, but it was just kind of like, what in the world? So I started focusing on it, you know, at the end of last year, conceiving with my husband. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? What's going on? So I'm looking up things and things online, and I'm trying to, you know, figure out like, why haven't I conceived yet? So I decided to pretty much focus on my weight loss really serious. Like I was serious about it. I was really serious. So I went to GNC. I don't know if y'all have a GNC in y'all, where y'all located, but I went to GNC and I bought protein shakes, whey protein powder, the meal replacement shakes. Went to Walmart. I got a whole bunch of nuts, pecans, walnuts. I was serious, you know, serious. I started eating berries. I started going to my gym, started getting on the treadmill, start lifting weights, because I am a plus size woman. You know, I'm not, I'm on plus size. So honestly, so I start, you know, running, you know, exercising, and I did drop 25 pounds this year. I dropped 25 pounds so far. I've been able to keep it off. And still taking the Metaformin, and I felt like it did help me. Like I feel like it did regulate my blood and stuff, and I feel like it just aided me in my weight loss. I feel like Metaformin just helped me, you know, on top of me taking my prenatal vitamins, because you're supposed to take those if you want to conceive, you know, ahead of time and things like that. But I feel like it just kind of helped me lose the weight, honestly. So I do feel like, you know, I am insulin resistant. I haven't been diagnosed with PCOS, and I've been hearing, you know, from a couple of people that I don't know if it's necessarily hard to get that type of diagnosis or what it really is, but I was checked by my doctor. I went a few weeks ago to see her. I was checked for my uterus got checked. I don't have any issues with my uterus or anything like that. And my ovaries were checked, and she said I'm fine. So I don't know if the diagnosis for PCOS, meaning that your ovaries, you have issues with your ovaries or whatever, but she said I'm fine. I haven't been diagnosed with that. So maybe it was just me, you know, stressing from being in college, eating whatever I want, drinking whatever I want, if you know what I mean. And you know, you just can't do that. you have to really be more healthy. You have to cut out all the carbs, or just lower them down as much as you can. Start eating the meat, the beans, and just cutting out the chips, cookies, all of those things that are just not good for your body. Because your body, I think as we age, our bodies are tired, and I think they just really, I think our bodies, I'm sorry, I'm saying they, our bodies, I think just want us to just really be healthy, so it can just regulate your cycles. And the Metaformin, that's what it did. I forgot to tell you guys that, and I'm so sorry. But I did have irregular cycles also, and I know that's a symptom of PCOS. Again, I haven't been diagnosed with it, but I had irregular cycles, but most of it was because of me, because I was not eating healthy. I was not living a healthy lifestyle, you know, in school and in the past. So I know it was me. And when I decided to change, when I decided to cut out all the sodas or the wine and whatever, when I decided to change, I feel like my cycles started to become regular. So most of it was me just being unhealthy, making bad decisions, stressing a little bit too much. And my cycles with the Metaformin started to become more healthy, started to become more regular. So I went, you know, months at a time, 2 or 3 months without a cycle, and taking the Metaformin did regulate them. You know, it'll come right on. Like, as a matter of fact, when I started the Metaformin, I didn't have a cycle for like 3 months prior to taking it. As soon as I started, like the next couple of days, my cycle came on with the Metaformin. So it definitely does regulate your body, the hormones in your body. So I consider it to be a good medicine, but I just say you still have to diet and do your part, because nothing's going to work by itself alone. And that's one thing we need to realize. I don't care what kind of pills you're taking to lose weight or whatever you do, nothing works by itself. You have to be motivated and, you know, be healthier. So anyways, back to the infertility side of this thing, because I'm covering a couple of topics in this video, guys, and I don't want to lose you guys with this. So I've been trying to conceive with my husband. I went to the doctor. You know, my ovaries are fine again, and my uterus is fine. I don't have any issues. So I'm just like, what in the heck is going on? And they made me go, you know, told me to go take my husband to get his, you know, get a semen analysis. So he had his semen analysis done, and he has a low sperm count and a low motility. And from my research, they were saying that the more higher your sperm count is, the better, you know, chance of you getting, you know, pregnant. And the more, you know, better your motility is, the more better the swimmers can just, you know, just swimming right in there in your uterus, and, you know, you can get pregnant. So his is low, so we start focusing on him now, you know. And they sent us to a infertility male doctor, and I'm just like, wow, you know, my doctor, one of the things that I have about this whole thing is that with her, she didn't really tell me anything about just being more healthier. I had to tell her, because in the doctor's appointments, they just kind of just, you know, they're kind of quick and just ready to get out of there. You know, they don't mind making their $200, $300 an hour, but they don't really cover a lot of things that they should cover, in my personal experience. So I felt like, you know, she should have told me, tell my husband, you know, how's his lifestyle? You know, does he drink? Does he smoke? Which he doesn't at all. You know, what does he eat? Does he eat a lot of carbs? Tell him to clean up his diet. She didn't even tell me that. She was just like, oh, you know, she looked at the paper, his sperm count low. Let's get him to a fertility specialist. And mind you, you know, we're not like, you know, we're not rich or anything like that. And I'm not saying you have to be rich to go to a fertility specialist, but this thing can be an ongoing thing. It can cost thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, depending on what the doctor says. So I just felt like she should have just said, does he exercise? You know, what kind of, how's his health? You know, period. When the last time he had a physical, or, you know, anything. It was just like, just send him to an infertility specialist. So I just feel like it's a little money making industry, this whole thing. And I feel like the main thing any doctor should tell anybody coming into this in the beginning, she did say, you know, you're still young. And I was like, okay, I know that. But I feel like the main thing they should cover is telling you, how is your lifestyle, you know, cut out any carbs or any alcohol, too much sugar. No, you need to just focus on more of a natural diet. Try to do beans and meat, chicken, fish, you know, turkey. Try to lower, you know, the pork out or the beef, and just try to just focus on, you know, greens, you know, a few whole grains here and there, not too much of that. I've done all this research myself. That's why I'm telling you. But this is not how the conversation went in the doctor's office. So it was a little, you know, because they're making a lot of money and just getting referred out of there. But I know what we're doing right now. You know, I gave him some vitamins. We're starting off, you know, just cleaning up our diets and stuff. You know, continuing to try to be healthy. Nobody's perfect. Yes, I did have some ice cream the other day. You know, you know what I'm saying? I just had some ice cream the other day, and I just had a cycle a few weeks ago. No, about a week and a half ago. So, you know, my appetite does pick up around my cycle, and I just fiend for carbs. So I stopped taking medicine, the Metaformin, because my carb intake was, I was a little hungry, you know, and you're on your cycle, you do get more hungry, you do crave for carbs. So yes, nobody's perfect with the diet. I don't, you know, I know some people, you know, are very, 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 very dedicated to it, but still and yet, everybody is going to crave stuff and is going to mess up sometimes. So, but the main point is, if you can just still try to focus and just clean up your lifestyle. That's what I'm doing. And on this journey of me and my husband trying to conceive, hopefully it happens sooner than later. But I think the main point is to, if you haven't been to the doctor already trying to conceive, try just focusing on really learning more about dieting. It's tons of channels on it. I'm more so on the, I think it's called a paleo diet. That's what I believe in. I'm not a vegan, and I have nothing against vegans, but it's just not for me. I'm on the, I think it's called, correct me guys, paleo diet. What it is that, you know, nuts, fruits like berries and stuff, and meat, you know, meat, beans and stuff like that. That's pretty much it. All the unnatural stuff, like, you know, the cereals and the donuts and all that stuff, you're not supposed to really have that. You know, it's more of a natural caveman type diet, and I just love it. You know, I love it. You know, fish, I love fish. I love salmon. I love whiting. I'm a country girl. I'm in the South, so fish is a thing for us down here. But most people fry it and all that stuff. I'm, you know, into the grilled and the bake, you know, just for health purposes. But when, you know, family comes around, yes, I will have some fried fish or stuff every now and then, guys. So yeah, for the most part, Metaformin works when you are doing the right things in your life, eating better, doing the things that you're supposed to do. I feel like it will help aid you lose weight, and it definitely will help regulate your cycle. So if you are trying to conceive like me, I will make more videos about this, guys. Tell me your stories in the comments below. And yeah, guys, this is a new channel. If you want to show me some love, guys, just hit the like button and comment. And if you would like to become part of this family, and subscribe. So thank you guys so much for watching, guys, and I will see you guys later. Bye.